I'm Gwin. We're here in Osterno, Black Park, hanging out for a YT event this weekend. I grew up in Morongo Valley, California, which is about 20 minutes outside of Palm Springs, and it's a really small desert town. I think there's about 3,000 people there, and we've got a stoplight, a post office, and a couple gas stations, and that's it. So yeah, that's where I grew up. I live about an hour and 20 minutes from there now, near Temecula. But yeah, it's about as far away from here as you can get. It's there's no trees, no grass, and it's just desert. It's about 120 degrees in the summertime. So yeah, it's definitely a different vibe to pretty much anywhere that we ever ride mountain bikes, but it's home for me, and I still like it out there a lot. Yeah, the first time I heard about YT, I think, was through Cam Zink. He lives out in California, not too close to me, but close enough. We see each other at like national champs and a couple of races sometimes over the last few years. So I knew of the brand just through Cam, and he had said good things about the bike. So when YT approached me for sponsorship last year, I kind of knew who they were. I knew a little bit about the bike, and I checked out the geometry of the bike, and it looked pretty good. And I got a bike to start testing and practicing on. And I knew as soon as I rode the bike that I would be able to win races on it, and that it'd be a good fit for me. So I already had the team structure all set up with Martin and everybody. So him and I went to work on building the team from the ground up with all of our co-sponsors and getting everything dialed. So I knew I had the bike and I had the team, and so yeah, I believe we'd be really successful. For me, I guess I've always just believed in myself really strongly. Since I was a little kid, really, I always believed I could be really good at whatever it was I set my mind to, and I think that's true for everyone, whether they realize it or not. So I've always just been confident in my abilities as a bicycle rider, and believed in just I know how hard I work, how I think, and I always just believe I can accomplish things when I set my mind to it. So I think for me, that's always been just part of my kind of normal living. So when it comes to bike racing, yeah, I mean, you're going to have ups and downs. You can't win every race, and you got to be able to just kind of roll with the flow. But learn from your mistakes and learn from your weaknesses and work on those things and just keep getting stronger. And at the end of the day, you can only do what you can do. You can only give it 100%. So you got to be satisfied with that effort. And thankfully, I've got the talent and everything that it takes to be successful, and like I said, I just believe in myself. I work hard, so sometimes the races don't go how you want them to, but just get back to work and come out fighting for the next one, and just kind of always give it my all. So yeah, it's not something I think a whole lot about. I've had some rough races and some even like kind of rough seasons, but I always believed that if things were a little bit different, I could still be winning, and so sometimes it just takes a little bit of time for things to line up again. No, I don't doubt myself much, like pretty much never. Okay. Yeah, I always believe in myself, so I'm sure there'll come a point where, maybe I won't want to take the risk or something, or I don't know, but I feel like I could be competitive in downhill for a long time if I want to be, so we'll just kind of see what life brings. Yeah, my belief in the good news is the foundation for everything I do in my life. And I think that gives me a lot of confidence with my racing and my riding and everything as well, because I know that he'll work everything out for my good, as he promises. So I never have thoughts like, what if I have a bad race, or what if I have a bad season and then I don't get sponsored, or I don't get paid enough and I can't pay the bills, and I can't, like, what happens if my career ends, or I never have thoughts like that, like a lot of riders probably do. I know my security's wrapped up in, yeah, my belief that he'll take care of me. He promises he will. So I believe that, and it's always been true. He always has. So I'm free to just enjoy my life and enjoy racing and do my best, and I know everything will work out. So for me, that definitely is, yeah, it's good. No. I think, like I said, I believe in what I do. I believe I'm where I'm supposed to be, where I want to be, and he's obviously blessed me a lot in my career with my results, my talent, the relationships, partnerships, different things that I've had, and so yeah, I'm stoked to do what I do. I feel really confident. If something were to happen, an injury or whatever, it's just part of the sport we do. But I train hard, and I try to be really smart when I ride, so I don't take a lot of unnecessary risk. I don't feel like I need to really hang it out to win races. I feel like if I just have my best runs, that I should be really close to the win most of the time. So I don't feel like I take a lot of risk, but it is a dangerous sport and anything can happen. You know, you can always have a weird crash and a big injury. So, but yeah, something I don't think about. I just trust he's going to care for me in that way, and if something were to happen, then I'd just figure it out then, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. No, my routines before race runs are pretty basic. I just do my warm-up and kind of just do my normal thing, and it usually works out pretty good. So I don't have anything too crazy that I do. I think for us, they're a sponsor of our team, you know, a title sponsor. I'm very thankful for their support. They make great equipment. But it's not like I have to like believe in their lifestyle or them and mine to work together, you know. Like, I'm doing my job as a racer, and I love riding bikes. They love riding bikes, so that's our common ground, and it's all good. So yeah, it's our team is kind of our team, and I'm so happy to have their support, and it's worked out really well. So no, there's never any conflict on anything like that. Yeah, we're involved. I like to be involved with testing on any of the parts that are on the bike. I mean, like half the parts on this bike were parts that I've designed or signature product or whatever. So it's something that I really enjoy doing, and I feel like I have a big successful history at doing. So yeah, it was awesome. As soon as I met with Stefan and the guys when I signed with YT, and we were talking about bikes and the future and where we wanted to go, you know, I believe they'd be really successful because they're always thinking forward. They're always wanting to move forward with the development of their product and trying to make things better. And then I feel the same way. So it's a good working relationship that way. Yeah, we just had a meeting yesterday. We're kind of always talking about the future, what we want to do, what can we do better, and all that. So it's exciting, man. It's a great thing to be a part of. I think it's a great story, man. It's awesome. I think it's cool how they started and why they started and the growth that they've had, and yeah, everything about it I think is great. As soon as I kind of learned of the story more before I signed the contract, I was pretty excited to be a part of it, and I think it's really cool how they've kind of built the brand and the values they've placed on it and all that stuff. I think is really cool. So yeah, man, I'm happy for them. It's been really successful, and I'm happy to be able to contribute to that success a lot in the last year, especially in the U.S. and globally around the world at a World Cup level. It's been crazy, even since I've been on the team, to see the amount of YT bikes at the local trails or at the races in the last year. How it's been growing has been pretty nuts. So it's cool, man. I'm happy for them. That day was a great day, man. It was, yeah, it was awesome. Anytime you sign with a new team and a new program, new bike, everything's new. I believe we'd be successful. And through my off-season training and testing and all that, I knew I was going to be fast. But yeah, when you get to the race and it's time to really throw it down when it counts, you kind of never know what can happen. So to get a win in our very first race was definitely special. And for them too, it was, I don't know, it's something kind of historically that I don't know if it's ever been done, and I don't know if it will ever really be done again. So it was cool for me to be able to give that to them, and having so many talks with Stefan about him dreaming that, you know, his bike was on the podium and winning a race, and then for us to be able to do it the first race was definitely cool, and to have everybody there at that race was it was a great day. I'll probably remember that day for forever probably. I remember Blaukaut, fine Blaukaut, and I don't remember after that. Act Eisen, Elmheisen? I can't remember anything past that. I got like 3 words at a time. Yeah, Fishes, Fritz, Fische, Fische, Fish.